Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin from St. John Catholic School BSD. Today, I wanna talk about theories on how Islam got to Indonesia at the first time. And Islam is one of the religion in Indonesia, and basically is one of the most the population that Islam in Indonesia. Before we talk about anything more about Islam, I just want to tell you there's more than three theories, but today I'm just gonna be focusing on three theories. The yeah, okay. First of all, we're gonna talk about what is Islam. So Islam is the religion of the Muslims that Muslims, a monotheistic faith regarded as revealed through Muhammad as the prophet of Allah. Uh, it might here different from other religion because maybe if Catholic Christian they call their Allah is Allah, but we spell different because I don't know. But we different. We spelled like Allah. It's a different thing. Yeah, but it's the same God. Okay. Now I want to talk about where is Islam is found and who found Islam. So Islam is founded in Makkah, that uh, that was in Saudi Arabia, uh, near the Arabian Peninsula of the Middle East. According to Islamic history, Muhammad visited Hira, a cave on Mount Jabal al-Noor, which is about 2 miles from Mecca. Inside Hira, Muhammad is said to have received divine revelation to advocate worshipping only Allah. Mecca is a city in western Saudi Arabia, an oasis town in the Red Sea region of Hejaz, east of Jeddah, considered by Muslims to be the holiest city of Islam. So Mecca is the holy city for our religion. If like Christian or Catholic is like Jerusalem. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It was the birthplace in 570 of the Prophet of Muhammad and was the scene of his early teachings before his emigration to Medina in 622 the Hijrah. Yeah, it's where Islam founded. So it's in Makkah. And who found Islam? And the one who found Islam is Nabi Muhammad or Prophet Muhammad. It's kind of same, Nabi and Prophet. Is the founder of Islam and the proclaimer of the Quran. Yeah, and Nabi Muhammad is born in April 22, 571 AD. Yeah. Muhammad was born 5070 AD in Makkah, now, or you can call Saudi Arabia. His father died before he was born, and he was raised by his grandpa and uncle. He belonged to a poor family, but the poor family is not really poor because they also respectable family of the Quraysh tribe. The family was active in Meccan politics and trade. Okay. The Prophet Muhammad or the Nabi Muhammad, Muslims believe that Islam is a faith that has always exists and that it was gradually revealed to humanity by a number of prophets, but the final and complete revelation of the faith was made through the Prophet Muhammad in the 7th century CE. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Al Quran. So Al Quran is like a holy book for us, for our religion. Uh, if like Catholic or Christian, maybe they call Al Kitab. I think, yeah. Uh, in Islam, there's two books, Al Quran and Iqra. So Iqra is basically for if you're new to Islam and you want to learn Al Quran. Nah, before you read Al Quran, you need to study Iqra first, because Iqra is like the basic for Islam. It's like Iqra 1, Iqra 2, till just like that, and after that, go to the Al Quran. Al Quran is like, most people believe that the Quran was verbally revealed by God to Muhammad through the angel Gabriel, or you can call Jibril, gradually over a period of approximately 23 years, beginning on 22 December 609 CE, when Muhammad was 40 years old, and concluding in 632, the year of his death. Okay, the Quran comprehends the complete code for the Muslim to live a good, chaste, abundant, and rewarding life in obedience to the commandments of Allah in this life, and to gain salvation in the next. It is the chart of life for every Muslim, and it is the constitution of the kingdom of heaven on earth. The Quran is the eternal contemporary of the Muslim. Its generation of Muslim has found new source of strength, courage, and inspiration in it. It is also for them a compass in the turbulent voyage of life, as it has explained itself in the following verse. So basically, Al Quran is for us study, and we believe on paper, because the first wait, I forget something. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk about Islam population in Indonesia. So, this is from Google, not from my own mind. I see this on Google that saying that 87.2% in Indonesia is Islam people. Not everyone, but most of the people is Islam. I don't know why, but I think from the Google say that around 62% of the world Muslim live in the Asia Pacific region, from Turkey to Indonesia, with over 1 billion adherents. The largest Muslim population in our country, Indonesia, a nation home to 12.7% of the world Muslims, followed by Pakistan 11%, and also India 10.9%. And there's 87.2 of people that were Islam in our country, Indonesia. That's a lot. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the 3 theories how Islam got to Indonesia. So there's 3 theories that I'm gonna talk about today. First is Gujarat theory, Mecca theory, and Persian theory. Now I'm gonna talk about Gujarat theory. Gujarat theory, Orientalist theory of dividing Indonesia diversity. Who would have thought it was the theory made by Snoke Hurgonze. I don't know how to say it, but I think Snoke Hurgonze, who was famous and trusted by Indonesians, only due to the writing system which he said came from developed countries. The history of the entry of Islam into Indonesia followed the result of the writing of Dutch scholars. Yeah. So the method of writing and historical evidence is quite eccentric and very weak. Gujarat Gujaratari is commanded by accomplished Orientalists, Snok Hurganj, indoctrinate Islam entered Indonesia through Gujarat, India. According to Islam, it is not possible to enter the Indonesian archipelago directly from Arabia without going through the teachings of Sufism that developed in India. What was also explained was the development of Islam is in the India region, namely Gujarat. According to Snok's opinion, the first area to enter Islam was the Sultanate of Samudra Pasai. So, in the 13th century AD, Snok could not explain the entry of Islam with the development of the spread of Islam in Indonesia. Likewise, unable to explain what school of Islam is adopted in Gujarat and Samudra Pasai, what school of Islam is it? The question that should have been realized was, is it possible for Islam to enter the Australian immediately after establishing the empire? And now I'm going to talk about the proof that maybe the Gujarat, the real terrorists, maybe, I think. So the evidence in the form of the tombstone of Sultan Samudra Pasai Malik as Saleh in this year, 1297, with the character of Gujarat. In addition, Gujarat theory is also based on the style of Islamic teachings, which tend to have the color of Sufism. This teaching is practiced by Muslims in South India, similar to the teachings of Islam in Indonesia in the early development of Islam. Okay, and now I'm gonna talk about Makkah theory. I'm sorry for the reading on the laptop because I'm not really reminded. Okay, so Makkah theory is Muawiyah traced in the 7th century AD. In a seminar in Medan in 1963, the entire entry of Islam into Indonesia, proof by Professor Dr. Buya Hamka can better use the facts raised from the Tang Dynasty Chinese news. Strong evidence accompanied by Muawiyah footprints, while the entry of Islam into the archipelago occurred in the 7th century AD Arab, while the Pasai Ocean Kingdom, alleged by Snok, was only founded in the 1275 or 13th century AD, which is not the beginning of the entry of Islam, but the beginning of the development of Shafi'i school in Indonesia. So, and the proof is archaeological evidence was also found in Barus in the form of an ancient tomb in the burial complex of Maligai, Barus. One of his gravestones is written the name of Sheikh Rukunuddin, who died in 672 AD. Archaeologists from the French École Française d'Extrême Orient and the National Archaeological Research Center started around 9th to 12th century AD. Barus became a village of various tribes such as Arabic, Acehnese, Indian, Chinese, Tamil, Javanese, Bugis, and Bengkulu. And the last theory is Persian theory. There is also a weak theory that is not assured and is not used as a standard like Snok Gujarat theory, namely the Persian theory of Professor Dr. Abu Bakar Aceh, who followed Dr. Hussein Jajaningrat. It is said that Islam entered Indonesia through the Persian and Shiites. defiant. Yeah, I think like that. The view of the entry of Islam into Indonesia is based on a system of spelling, reading letters of the Quran, similar to Persia. As expected, this theory is quite weak because not all Persian societies adhere to Shiite schools when Bag- Baghdad. I don't know how to spell it, but it's like Baghdad. Yeah, became the capital of the Abbasid Khilafah. The community and its leaders generally are those of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Users of Persian reading system in West Java are not adherents of the Shah sect. Instead, the people who follow the Safi school. Proof: the existence of the learned and Jawi tribes in Persia show evidence that the Persians brought Islam to Indonesia. This was allegedly referring to the Laran people from Gresik and Javanese. In addition, the Javanese are known by the tradition of writing Javanese Arabic or Pagan Arabic as adopted by the Persian people for Arabic writing. This is reinforced by the term Jer commonly used by the Persians. And that's all the theory and maybe now the conclusion. So how Islam got to Indonesia is there's more than three theories, right? But at the first time that Islam found in Mecca by Nabi Muhammad or Prophet Muhammad, and after that Nabi Muhammad makes some Al-Quran, and also the population of Islam is basically the best in Indonesia. I mean, not the best, the most population of Islam is Indonesia. There's 87.2%. That's a lot. And also there's three theories that I give it to you is Gujarat, Mecca, and also Persian. I think that's it for today. Thank you for hearing my presentation. Sorry for the bad language or bad grammar, or I look to this on all time, but I wish all the best. Thank you.